Hi everyone, this is Kyle. Today, I'm still going to tell you the story about the ultimate trainers. 上一次我们讲到了 Jake and Anna 遇到了两个奇怪的人，他们说是来自未来世界的，是他们拥有的这双鞋。今天比赛就要开始了，我们就来讲一下比赛开始之后的故事吧。Let's start. 比赛结果会怎么样呢？ Jake could see Kevin Beadle in the middle of the pack. A smirk played on the tall boy's face.Jake told himself to ignore it. The whistle blew and the race began. 5 laps of the school playing fields. Right away, Kevin Beadle sprinted to the front of the pack. The trainers were doing their stuff, but Jake told himself just to concentrate his own running. It was tough. He had spent so long running in amazing trainers that real running was hard work. After the first lap, he was near the back, and his legs acted.He spotted Anna in the crowd. The 2 strange adults were still with her. Anna shouted at him. Come on, Jake, you can do it. That made him feel better. He forced himself to go faster. Beadle, of course, was far ahead of all the other runners. After the 3rd lap, Jake was around the middle of the pack. His side was starting to hurt, and his breath burned in his lungs.But he would not let himself slow down. There was something good about the way it felt. Whatever happened, it was up to him, not the trainers. Beadle increased his lead. The 4th lap was hardest yet. It was the time when the runners began to puff and paint, and a lot slowed down. But Jake gritted his teeth and pushed on. He overtook a few runners.He didn't even look up to see how far ahead Kevin Beadle is. And then he was passing Anna for the last time. It was the last lap. Even Luther and Mariah looked excited now. Luther was jumping up and down and yelling at the top of his voice, Go on! You are doing brilliantly, Jake, said Anna. The last lap was a blur.Jake's whole body ached, not just his legs, but on he sprang. Just when he thought he couldn't run another step, he heard a cheer from ahead. Kevin Beadle had crossed the finishing line. The tall boy was holding up his arms. That gave Jake an extra burst of energy. He dug deep into himself and ran on for the finishing line.Other runners jousted elbows against him as they can make their final charge for the finish as well. At last, Jake crossed the line. He was tense, much better than he had expected. Of course, Kevin Beadle looked as fresh as he had at the start of the race. But Jake didn't even care about more. He knew that Beadle had not really won at all. The trainers had won for him.Anna rushed over and gave Jake a great big hug. You're great. So that's it for today's chapter 8. It's about the race. Jake 今天得了第10名，这是因为他的鞋子被 Kevin Beadle 偷走了。Kevin Beadle 得了第1名，但是这个名次其实不是他的，因为是鞋子在帮他跑步。我没见过我的鞋子可以这样跑步的。Jake 今天还是发挥了他最好的实力，那么取得了一个他非常喜欢的成绩。当然Anna 也理解他了 Luther 和 Mariah 也跟他加油鼓劲了。那么这算是一个半个 happy ending 吧，就是 Kevin Beadle 一个反派得了那个冠军还是有一点可惜的，不过证明了这个鞋子还确实挺好用的，无论在什么时候。不过接下来会有一个彩蛋哦，那我现在肯定不能告诉你们彩蛋是什么，那么我们下次再见。你想知道彩蛋的话一定要务必听下一集。